Hey everybody, Scott with another tool thought. This one is just going to be a quick one about Leatherman and their blade steels and such. As you can see, I'm a fan of Leatherman. I've been using their product for quite a long time. You know, they've got great warranty. It's a made in the USA product, and by the way, they're not sponsoring this video. I just like their stuff. It's very durable. You know, this is an example. This is a knife I bought probably at least 15 years ago. You know, for a while it got daily use. The blade's still pristine. I've put an edge on it. I'm not sure what the blade steel is. I'm gonna assume that it's 420 HC high carbon. But this was a great knife. They retired it, but I loved it when I carried it. It was a little too bulky. It's got, you know, a lanyard and a bottle opener, and a screwdriver holder. That's about it. The only thing that would make this knife better, I would pick up carrying it again, is if it had a pocket clip for deep carry. So that thing has held up well over time. Next to that, I've got a Leatherman Charge TTI that I carried for over 10 years. And again, it is nearly pristine. It's got the S30V main blade. But what I want to talk about is their 420 HC, which I think the serrated blades are 420 HC. This got a lot of use over 10 years, and it's held up really well. I'm assuming it's 420 HC because it's not marked S30V, but it's held up really well, and there is nothing wrong with this tool. It is 100% intact after daily use over 10 years. I don't carry that anymore. It's kind of just a backup. I switched to the Charge TTI, the next version up, and the only reason I switched is because of the replaceable hardwire cutters. It's got an S30V main blade that is ridiculously sharp from the factory. And, you know, the serrated blade is probably the same thing, a 420 HC, and it's in very good shape, if you can see there. This thing gets daily use. It rides on my belt on my left hip, and I love the thing. But, and there's always a but, when the Free Series came out, I didn't really like the way the multi-tool was set up, and some of the tools seem to be smaller than the ones that are on board on these Charges. So I didn't bite off and buy one of those. But the magnet thing intrigued me. So I bought the knife, the what is this, the P4, or I'm sorry, the Free K4X. It's an X because it's got a combination blade, serrated and smooth. I wanted it because it had a pocket clip and the quick deploy. You know, I keep it in my right front pocket. You know, I use my main Leatherman as a backup on my back, you know, on my hip, on my belt. And I just wanted something quick deploy, you know, next to my right hand because I'm right-handed. So these have held up very well. You know, I've got no complaints with this other than two things. One, the belt clip. I snagged it on a seat belt getting out of the passenger side of a vehicle, a hip belt, and it snapped it like a twig. So I don't know, you know, it didn't really break here, which you would think the weak spot would be. It did snap right there. So I don't know, you know, that's, you know, my fault, but I'm not sure about the durability of this belt clip. It does stick out quite a lot. You know, it tends to snag on just about everything. But it does ride nice in your pocket. Now, the main purpose of this video is to talk about the blade steel. I paid a decent premium for this knife. I love Leatherman. I love their products. Their quality is good, but I've had it since December, or maybe November. I have cut nothing with this blade other than cardboard boxes, and that's not even to say cutting into the cardboard, mostly cutting the tape that holds the box together to break them down. Once or twice I've cut into the cardboard, and as you can see, there is glinting, rolling, all kinds of damage to this blade. The tip's busted off. I don't even know when that happened. You know, and the serrated has the same thing. It's, you know, got glinting and rolling, and so I'm not sure if this is their standard 420 HC. They say it is, but I don't know. The quality just doesn't seem to be there on the blade steel. So I took this out of service. You know, I'm not real happy with how that's holding up. I love the blade shape. It's a good, you know, a good sized blade. I can't remember what the specs are on it. You know, 3 or 4 inches, I'm not sure, but you know, it's got the typical quality, Leatherman build quality. Everything's nice and tight. It's very smooth. I like the, you know, the quick deploy with the magnets, you know, to get to your little bare minimum set of tools here. But, you know, I just don't know what's going on here with the blade steel. So I'm taking this out of my rotation. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I may try to put another edge on it. I'm not real good at that, but it's not hard either. I mean, you know, you got to take the time to do it right. I'm going to see if I can order another belt clip, and that'll put this back into service. Maybe I'll give it to one of my kids or something. But to replace that, and these have been around a good while. I've never looked at them before, but I went to the Skeletool CX. Now, the reason I chose the CX is it's got the premium blade steel, 154 cm, which is supposed to be real good. That's what they make the hardwire cutter jaws out of. It's supposed to be a real durable steel. We'll see what happens. It's just a minimalist little tool. It's real thin and light. You got a knife, you got some pliers, and you got a bit exchanger and a bottle opener, which, you know, it's not really a selling point for me, but I like the thing so far. I've had it, I don't know, maybe 4 days. It's a little stiff and needs worked in, but you know, the blade steel is what sold me. There was no option when I bought the K4X to select your blade steel, which in my opinion is a failing on Leatherman's part. You should be able to select whatever blade steel you want to put into these multi-tools. 420HC would not be top 3 or 4 on my list at any given time. If I had my druthers my way, I would put S30V or 154 cm or better in all my tools, because they are daily use tools and they need to stand up to abuse. So that's why I went with the Skeletool CX. I don't know if I want to, you know, since I took it out of rotation, I may send it back and see what they say about it. You know, since I'm not waiting around on it, and maybe I'll send it back and see what they say. I'll let you know what they say. You know, maybe it was a bad batch or something. I don't know, but I'm not real happy with the blade steel on this, so that's just kind of a quasi-semi-small review on this thing. I mean, other than that, the thing is stellar. If you got any questions or comments, let me know. This video is my opinions and my opinions only. These are formed by my experiences and my experiences alone. I'm not trying to tell anybody what's what, or I'm an expert on blades or any of that. So, you know, all you trolls out there, keep your smart comments to yourself. I hope everybody's hanging in during this stupid quarantine thing. Everybody's doing all right. Everybody's doing well. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching my channel. I really do appreciate it, and have a good day.